Nathan, what are you doing? Oh, where's your mic? Welcome to Gridiron Live, sponsored by Superstop. Show we bring you exclusive interviews with your Seymour Panthers and coaches. We're John Boy and Billy, and thank you for fans for tuning in here. We're live at Studio H in downtown Seymour, Texas. Go ahead, John.
I can't talk. I got laryngitis.
Oh, gosh. That means y'all got to talk the whole time.
Coach, we're back again. Coach, how you doing?
Good. How's it going, man?
Good to see you.
How are you, sir?
Good.
This is take 2, right?
Take 2.
They said we needed to repeat every word.
Hopefully this is as good as the last
Did we remember what we said last time?
A little bit.
Okay.
I just know it started really bad. We were like stuttering around and it finally got going. So welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having us.
I think the first thing I said last week was I really don't know you too well.
Right.
My kids are grown up, but
Yes, sir.
well, I don't think we've talked a time or two, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been here. This is my 5th year here.
You've been here 5 years already?
Yeah, this is my 5th.
Golly.
I've been calling plays. This is my 3rd year calling plays. Really my 4th. Second with, Coach Lloyd and having, without Coach Farmer here, having more control and more say over it. But, yeah, I've came from Windthorst, 5 years here, and my wife's the softball coach.
I was thinking volleyball. I was fixing to say, well, they're playing right now. No, softball, so I apologize. I'm struggling tonight. You're going to have to help me.
Oh, gosh.
I mean,
Makes me I'm tired.
do think I like the foam pads.
He likes the foam pads.
That was an argument before you came in. Do we use the pad or no pad? What do you think?
Use pad.
Use the pad?
Sully likes the pad.
Well, there's one thing. We had the show last week to all of our viewers out there. It was an awesome show. It really was. But our IT man, the main man, our producer, somebody didn't push the right button. And
the man on the board.
And every one of us were like, God, the show was awesome too, because we had great student athletes, and some of them are here tonight again. So we're going to try to repeat as much as we can. But, we hosted Archer City. We talked a whole lot about what's the word I'm trying to say? Rivalry between Seymour and Archer City. Tell us a little bit, how you feel from a coach's standpoint, how you address that with your student athletes.
Well, 5th year here, they got us 4 straight. So to come back the 5th time and to get them, especially, after what we've been through the last few years, and Braden got introduced to him his freshman year, and it didn't go as we wanted it to go. So to be able to have that chance this year to come back and play in that game, and it was one thing was we never built that game up. We just played it. We didn't have to. We all knew. We've known since the day the game was over last year that we wanted this one, and that was really important to us. And there wasn't no need to do a whole lot of talking about it. We just prepared. We worried about ourselves. And then we went out there and we executed. We executed pretty well, and I would say that Braden Lloyd played his best game, and he was on fire. And our receiving core and linemen, and just as a whole offense, man, we did a great job of getting the job done.
You got something off the top of your head? I'm sitting here reading notes. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
So, what were some of the key moments that really defined that game, for the Panthers?
I thought the biggest one, number one, was we picked up stunts all night long, and they brought the house, and we kind of knew there were a few things that they could do, but the most concerning was that they just pinned back and came and got us, and they did. And Nate Belcher leads that group, and he gets us in the right sets. And when you got 5 seniors out there, you expect them to be able to go out there and play, and they played at even a higher level than what's expected. But I think the key point to me in that game was when Isaac caught that ball on 4th down. To come out to basically only play 3 or 4 plays in that game. We had a few specific situations that we wanted to use him in, considering, he's coming back from injury. He's limited, taped up, padded up. And that was one of the spots that me and Braden had talked about the night before. And they rolled down in the man, and Braden looked at that safety, and that safety came up. And that was all she wrote, and that was a big turning point for us in the game.
Well, you mentioned the offensive line, and how strong they've been this year and how they protected Braden. You know, you lost the Peters boy, you lost the Wilden boy. Probably had a little bit of concerns there, but you knew what you had coming up on the JV, and you knew what you had behind those guys. Talk a little bit about those guys that have filled in.
I knew we were going to be pretty good up front, but when you lose those two guys and lose their leadership and experience, 2 4-year starters, it's hard to think that you're going to be able to replace them. And man, the guys that we have brought in have just excelled and done really good. And then we picked up Sully, who didn't play last year, and started off like 7th, 8th on the depth chart and just worked his way up, and kind of decided that he wanted to be the man, and really has excelled in his role and gotten better and better. Almost daily, you can see the improvements that he's making. But when you got where you got 5 senior linemen, and then the first guy off the bench is a senior, and they've been in the system and they know what to do, and their eyes are right and they know what they're looking at. I think that's extremely valuable for us.
And you keep mentioning seniors, and God, I wish we had them for a couple of more years, at least one more year. So, you've got a really, I don't know, unbeaten JV team. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I mean, do you see some guys that are there on that JV squad that are going to be able to step up next year and fill those roles?
Yeah, we'll always be able to find somebody to play line and coach them up. And we got tough kids, and we have kids. We've kind of built I credit Calvin and Logan and Joseph Trepania and those guys as an atmosphere up front where they don't care about being receivers, where they wanted, like Peyton Sullivan came in and he never asked one time about playing receiver. And his dream was always to be a receiver. It wasn't to be a lineman. And we've created that atmosphere where it's really important protecting that quarterback and getting yards starts up front. And I think because of that, you're always going to have guys that want to fill that role, and guys that take it serious and put the time in the weight room, and that are competing to be the next guy up.
Well, with the NIL money they have now in college, and then the pros are signing massive contracts, offensive line, those areas are starting to pay off.
Yes, sir. The attention that kids are getting, and I guess adults, no doubt makes a difference. And I think anytime something is forefront like it is here, like playing O-line is here, that it's important, and that there's no notoriety, and that it's not just going out there and doing a job where everybody knows it's important. One thing about Coach Lloyd and Braden Lloyd is if you ever interview them or you've heard them interview, they're not going to talk about themselves. They're not going to talk about Braden. They're going to talk about that offensive line. And I think the fact that Braden makes it such a serious deal, it brings importance to that job.
We like to point them out each week, the linemen, because they're going to call Braden's name every time, or the receivers and the running backs, but we never get to call the linemen out. So John always likes to, call their names out and let them know that they're there, because, like I said, they're unsung heroes. They're just in the trenches. They don't get any.
We can sit there and we can call Braden's name is called every play.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
What I'm doing, we have, Lloyd in the shotgun, blah, 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 etc. But I know moms and dads and grandma and aunt and uncle, they want to hear everyone's names. And, we try to make a point to make sure every kid's name is called. And if it's at the end of the game, I'm going to go down the roster and we're going to say, number 11 is this. And so, everyone's deserving on that football field, or they wouldn't be there. I mean,
don't worry, they know it. Don't feel like you have to. They know it. They know they're loved, and they know they're important.
So, y'all are coming out of a bye week.
Yes, sir.
I don't know really what y'all did last week, but the kids said that we got the interview last week that somebody messed up on the video, but I already said something about that. Didn't I? They said y'all were taking it like normal. I mean, like there's a game.
Yeah, we gave them off Monday, and then we came back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and practice in the mornings, and kind of prepared for what we knew we were going to see in the upcoming weeks. And one great thing about when things are going good, and you got great kids and kids that are into it and that want to win, and that this is their passion. Um, you pretty much at this point in time, we're showing up every day. It's been a while since we've had a bad practice. We've had bad parts, we've had bad moments, but overall practices, no, we get it together, and we've had really solid practices. And last week, I think one thing, me and Coach Lloyd, we tried to. We're not very good at this sometimes, but to relax a little bit. And there's a little more noise, a little more joking than normal. And then, I told him on Thursday, I was like, I'm about tired of all the noise. It's like I'm ready to get I'm ready to get to Monday. We can be a little bit more serious. But and then we got to Monday, and the kids are locked in and they're excited. And Electra's got a good ball team. They played Archer City really close, and we know it's going to be a challenging task, and we'll be prepared. But it's also going to be fun. Last year we played a few games that were just blowouts, and they weren't competitive at all. And I think the fact that we get to go over there and play a team that is competitive is going to help us in the long run.
You had a bye week last week. Did you get to spend more time with the family, or I mean, do you actually are you able to come down from that football coach persona and be a dad? I'm assuming you're a dad.
I am. We have two, and actually the youngest one, he got to go to work at 1:45 this morning because he decided to take his diaper off and use the bathroom all over his bed. So me and him just went to work. He got to watch a few hours of Ninja Turtles. But no, it last week was more relaxing than most. But when you're on a mission and this is your passion, um, I can rest, and I'll have plenty of family time when this run is over. Right now, we feel like it's pretty special, and we're going to put our heart and souls into it. And every minute that we can is pretty much dedicated to getting ready for the next opponent.
So you talk about Electra a little bit. What are we going to see from them?
A bunch of skill guys. They got a bunch of guys, not real big, but a bunch of guys running around out there that are pretty athletic, and two coaches' kids that know how to play the game. One's a senior, and he's a good football player, and he gets them lined up and gets them in the right thing. And he guarded Chance Warren last week and did a pretty good job of that. So he's a competitive kid on a team that does a pretty good job of covering and knows how to coach and get lined up to defenses. That's what me and Braden this morning went in and looked at a bunch of things just to make sure me and him were on the same page, and they do a good job of covering. We'll be able to find holes, but it's not going to be easy.
So they throw the ball around or run it?
They run it.
They run it mostly.
Yeah, I don't get to look at a whole lot of their offense or the opponent's offense, but I did watch the Archer City game, and they run the ball. If I think they were like 2 of 14 in the air, and most of those were in situations where they had to throw it. When they can run it, they're gonna run it.
So does the quarterback do most of the running, or they got a back?
Man, it looks like they got a bunch of guys. Those same guys in the secondary are the same guys around the ball.
Yeah, good deal. Billy, you got anything for Coach? We'll just let him. We'll go over here to.
Let's go to break.
Go to Braden and visit with him, and Coach, you can hang with us here.
Yes, sir.
Because you can add a little. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we're gonna repeat everything we talked about last week.
Yes, sir.
What was the first question I asked? Do you remember?
with the stats.
Yeah, stats. He don't look at them.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
don't,
that's
I
right.
don't look at them.
Yeah, you don't look at him, and Coach said,
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up or not.
That was exactly what he did, though.
talked about that after the show. After
I laughed so hard.
It wasn't his idea to look at them, but one day we were sitting around and I said, man, let's look at stats. And it's kind of cool to sit back and be able to relax from time to time.
Yeah.
That's what a bye week does for
That's
you.
right.
Well, I looked at them, Braden, and they haven't changed. They haven't changed from last week.
Yeah. I played bad last week, so I didn't change.
Well, we got the victory over Biden.
That's right.
Those guys have never won a game. They must be poor. But welcome, Braden. So, how was your week off?
It was great. Like Coach Lim said, we attacked it like normal. We got off Monday, and it was more laxative and like more jokes, man. It was fun, but like you said, about on Thursday, I was ready to get back to Monday to get prepared for Electra for the next opponent.
So Friday night, did you go somewhere and watch?
I went somewhere and watched. Yeah,
Went somewhere.
I went somewhere. Yes.
Yeah. So where you went, you saw what you needed to see. I mean, prepared
Yes.
yourself. I mean, do you take notes mentally, or I mean,
I was trying to watch like Coach Lim said, like the skill guys, see if they're big or not. Like so, like kind of like an eye test, really, to see what they look like. It's hard to like really analyze them just by can't really see everything, but like film's a great thing for it. But it's really just seeing what they look like.
You were watching football. I thought you were there chasing women.
Oh no.
so were there some pretty girls at the game?
Yeah, there were, but I didn't.
There were.
Didn't notice
I'm not
it.
league.
He didn't look.
You didn't notice any of them?
No.
It's kind of like that
Definitely not.
stat deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda like that stats.
I didn't notice them at all.
Didn't see any of them.
No.
So, Archer City, we talked a little bit last week about it. There's a little personal, some animosity there between you, and I don't know if it's all the team or just certain guys. You dealt with it for 4 years. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, really, it's not really personal with me because I don't really. I'm not gonna. It's pretty bad what they did over. I mean, social media. I mean, it really is stuff like David and everything. But really, I don't like do anything to retaliate back. But it is personal between mainly seniors because they haven't beaten them in 3 years, and that's why I did it for them to send them off with a good taste of their mouth after beating the Archer, after beating them. And I just want to give them like a last thing of saying we finally beat them. They all played good. They all showed up Monday through Wednesday and Thursday to prepare. I mean, it was a great game. They're both great teams really going at it. It was a really good game.
I'm going to ask you a really odd question here because I played way back and I could tell you today what my schedule was. Tell me your Friday routine from when you get up in the morning. I know you take your shower, brush your teeth and stuff like that, go to school, but what is your daily routine on a Friday look like?
Wake up around 6:15. We go eat breakfast with the team, which is good. We have a little bit of FCA in the morning, which is always good. Little life talk with Coach Williams and all the coaches. It's always good. Then we break it out. We go to school, and then we come back around 3:45. Get ready, get taped up, get ready to go. And then everybody gets together. We all finally get there. Like I said, get taped up, and then really just get prepared for the game, go play.
So you are able to have some fellowship with your other teammates.
Yes, we have
before the
very
game?
good camaraderie with each other. We're always around each other. I mean, a lot. Basically 5 days of the week. Really 6 because film throughout the week. So we have really good brotherhood there. But yeah, we all hang around each other.
I know you probably prefer to play every game at home, but playing away, does it affect your mental any way whatsoever?
No, but when you win, it's a lot better.
When you win, it's a lot
Yes.
better. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bus ride's better home, isn't it?
Yes, it always is.
And I
Especially when you have Isaac back there, the speaker.
And I can't believe with all that money we haven't bought y'all a nice Greyhound.
I know.
Wouldn't that be
We need to
nice?
invest in air conditioning.
There's not an air conditioner in that bus.
I mean, there's really not. I mean, I'll be the first one to say there's not air conditioning. I mean, there is, but it does not work.
John Anderson, if you're listening. Oh man. So you came out Friday, well it's 2 weeks ago now. Really hot. We jumped on them quick, got the 21-point lead. In your mind, when you get that big of a lead, what does it take to keep yourself going? I mean, you're bound to like, oh gosh, we got this wrapped up. What do you do? How do you tell yourself to stay focused?
I mean, I really just kind of focus in the game. I try to say if an offensive lineman is not playing defense or they're not in, I keep them motivated. But I'd say that one of the biggest motivators and like momentum changes is our defense. Our defense does a great job doing it. Like with Dave with that pick six, having that happen, everybody's excited. The crowd, everybody, it just really gives a big motivation boost to keep on going. Because also, like you said, it's personal. We want to beat them so badly. It just stays at such a high level that I don't need to do a big job keeping it up for them because how much they want.
You know, I know we're real fortunate to be able to have you play quarterback and not have to get out there and take the chance of, injuring your shoulder or something, making a tackle. Do you miss playing the defensive side of the ball?
I mean, the guys on it right now, they're a lot better. I don't need to go play out there. They're a lot better than me on defense. I don't need to go out there.
That's a humbling answer there. I mean,
If that says anything, I play D line, so I mean that really doesn't.
Hey, I called a game one time in Nakona, and the quarterback was a nose guard.
So we're not saving him. He got fired.
This guy's fired.
well, I mean, us guys up in the stands, we're happy to see you saving yourself down there. So we move forward to this week playing the Electra Tigers. I mean, us guys, all we see is 3 wins and 3 losses, right? Tell us a little bit about the Tigers.
I mean, like Coach Lamb said, they're not very big. They move a lot. They run the ball anytime they can. I mean, they're very good cover guys, skill guys, run a lot of different things. I mean, but like you said, we can find holes. We can run a lot of plays that we want to and get what we want to get to get the win.
So you feel confident we're going to be able to move the ball on?
Very confident, yes.
That's good. Billy, let's read some of our notes here. So did you enjoy your week off? I mean,
Yes, I think we all need it. Like for people that were injured, say Marcus, even though he played his heart out even though injured, and he did the best he could. I think we all needed it, especially us and the coaches. Have a little break, like you said, more like chill, having fun, but still locked in, ready to go for the next week.
we really couldn't have picked a better. I don't think we could have picked a better week, could we? I mean,
It was perfect.
I mean, it's almost mid-season, so
It was perfect. Yeah.
And right after a game like that,
yeah, for a
It's,
big,
it's a lot better when you come off a win.
yeah.
Brandon, why don't you talk about the receivers since I talked about the O-line?
There you go.
Okay, well, receivers, all throughout the season, they've all stepped up, doing their job, all been leading, just like the offensive line. They all been keyed in. I mean, they've all been showing up, doing their job, catching the ball, running. I mean, it's hard to complain when you have 5 weapons all over the field, feeling confident they can throw it anywhere at any time.
yeah, they do a good job. Like you said, that you spread the ball around throughout the game all the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this offense is, and as Braden's gotten older and better and better and better, is he just goes through progressions and throws it to the guy that comes open. And, basically on every play we run, you got 5 guys that you can throw the ball to. And he's really learned just to trust his reads and trust his eyes and find grass. And that, if he goes through his progressions, that one of those 5 guys are going to come open.
I was going to name those guys off, but actually, it's almost the whole team could actually play receivers. It's all the way down to number 40 here, and then you got number 88 down here. So, but yeah, you got lots of guys you can throw the ball to.
Yes. It's a great feeling going into the game, feeling confident that you can spread the ball anytime you want. It's anywhere.
6:10, Billy.
16.
Let's see, that's 25 minutes. Who do we have?
Oh, we got to do his. We got to do his.
His questions.
questions,
Yeah,
don't
you
I
can do his
forgot.
speed questions. He cheated because he got that question last week. I bet he forgot.
Man, you won't be able to blow through this then since you already did it.
Blow right through it.
Okay, full name,
Braden Daniel Lloyd,
classification,
Jr.
favorite class and teacher.
Math, Miss White.
That's what you said last week. Favorite food,
Steak.
favorite college team,
USC.
favorite pro team, any sport,
Oakland Raiders.
any sport. You can pick any sport.
Any sport.
Yeah.
Any sport. You want to stick with Oakland?
Oakland Raiders.
Football,
I have to
basketball,
look at
baseball,
those.
track.
His dad's here.
His dad's here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I said
I
last
sent
week.
it to my house. Whatever's in season, whatever sports in
That's the
season.
same answer.
Same,
Yeah.
good job. Favorite music,
I say rap.
favorite vehicle brand,
Just go forward. Do whatever works.
Did he say Ford?
Ford.
I don't know. Whatever works.
Just whatever you got.
Yeah.
Whatever strokes.
Whatever I'm driving.
Yeah. Just like whatever season the sport's in. He don't
What
care
do you
what it is.
drive?
Bicycle.
Don't you drive a Chevy?
Yeah. But
And he said Ford.
it's whatever works.
Strangest thing you've eaten.
Try the hottest chip in the world.
You really tried that?
I tried.
Elaborate on that a
I
bit.
tried. It's like the hottest chip. It's like some million something Scoville units. That's how it measures heat. But I only ate size of my fingernail, and it was the worst experience.
It was
It
miserable.
was horrible. It was the worst thing ever.
How long did it bother you?
About an hour.
Oh gosh.
It was horrible. It was not good. Do not do that.
So who talked you into doing it?
Well, really, David was there. David was involved.
David.
I said, David,
Yarrow?
you do it, I'll do it. Yes. And he ate the whole thing, ate the little corner piece, and he had it way worse. He was throwing up and everything.
Hollywood was throwing up.
Yes. This was around middle school, I think. So it was really bad.
All right. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Coach.
If you were the ruler of the world, who is your top advisor?
It's Nathan Belcher.
That's what it was last week.
What
Nothing's changed.
what food do you most not like?
All right, broccoli. Oh, broccoli.
Pineapples on pizza?
No.
What food better represents Texas?
I would say steak. Steak's pretty good.
If you were famous, what would be your stage name?
Turbo.
If you had a movie about you, who would play you?
Sunshine from Remember the Time.
That's same
I'm
age.
afraid to ask what turbo means.
It's not because I'm fat.
Sunshine.
One item you can't live without, and don't say your phone.
Probably say toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
IG.
It's a good item.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Do you ever get in trouble at school?
Try not to.
If you're granted 3 wishes, what would they be?
Family taken care of, and just friends taken care of, just future generations of my kids and so on, just taken care of.
Okay. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No, that's all aliens.
Aliens?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Tell us a little bit more.
Well, I don't know. I was outside around 9:30 taking the trash out, and I look in the air, and there is a big snake formation about 25, 30 green lights moving like that. And then I saw him just slowly disappear.
Way up in the sky?
Yes.
He saw Elon Musk as
And I was not on
new
any
internet
drugs.
invention.
I was not on any
Yeah, the
drugs.
Starlink.
Yeah,
That
he
was
saw
right-
Starlink.
Yeah. It was so weird.
Were you overdosed on Dr. Pepper that night?
No. I was taking pain medicine for my wisdom teeth, but
Oh,
there we go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Steak, seafood, or pasta?
Steak.
We knew that one.
If you had a superpower, what would you want?
Invisibility. Invisibility.
What's your favorite drink?
Probably Gatorade.
Gatorade. What's your favorite high school mascot?
Seymour Panthers. Seymour Panthers.
Better be.
Who's going to be the 2023 2A2 Region 2 District 7 champs?
Seymour Panthers.
Heck yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right.
All
so-
right. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We
Thank
enjoyed
y'all.
it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take a break and go to a little quick commercial and switch everybody out.
Cruise on over to Superstop, conveniently located at the corner of California and Maine. It's your friendly neighborhood stop for all your needs. Fuel up with gas, grab a cold beer, ice, your favorite fountain drink, and a snacks galore. Jeff, Michelle, and the gang are here to serve you with a smile. But that's not all. Superstop is more than just a convenience store. We take pride in supporting our local community. So whether it's a quick pick-me-up, supplies on the go, or simply a warm greeting, Superstop has it all. Swing by today and experience the difference.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. We got the man of the hour here, Coach Lloyd.
No,
Nathan Belcher.
Nathan Belcher.
Nathan Belcher. Coach Lloyd. Hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Keep on
Back.
bowed up. You seen bow up? And
I'm just glad you asked me back.
Fletch.
I'm just glad you asked me back.
we had a few complaints.
back more than once.
We had some complaints, but we ignored them.
No,
Yeah.
well, I ignored too.
Yeah, we don't.
I am married.
We don't
and
care.
still married, so I got to ignore, right?
That's right.
Did I say that?
You good at it?
How was the pizza?
Very, very good.
Is there any left?
Not much. We're not supposed to eat on camera. I'm pretty sexy when I eat.
Sexy, and I know it.
Sexy beast.
Boom, 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 boom.
Nate, you got to do a commercial for us.
Oh, yeah. You want to start off with the Superstar commercial?
Yeah, I'll get this going. Drive on down to Superstop. It's buying all subs, which is completely awful. Don't even try. We got food, drinks. If you're 21 years or older, you can come get alcohol, BOOZE. That's what some of them call it. It's just amazing tasting. I don't know yet, but come on and try it.
Gross. Absolute gross.
I don't know yet.
And
Well
super
done.
stop.
Is that all the commercial? You want to know the best thing y'all have and you didn't
Nice
even
job,
announce
Nathan.
Drugs.
it?
I didn't know there were things. I'm gonna go there more often.
Y'all had the best
Cleanest
bathrooms
bathrooms in
for
Seymour.
all of the travelers.
That is true.
That is true, isn't it?
That's the only other place I can poop besides my own toilet.
That is kind of something serious, don't you think? That is a good deal. Yeah, that's the only time I get alone time in my life right now. That is something. I like it. You can
That's
put it
Nathan
there.
Belcher.
He's gonna have
Can't
his
go
own
to your house.
podcast when he gets older.
Yes.
You should have a podcast. Since
I
last
did.
week.
I did.
I was mad about that.
I
by
bet
the
your
way.
helmet wouldn't
It was
fit, would it?
starting-
I was disappointed about that. by
It was
the way.
starting to
Probably
tickle my ear a little bit.
Stick-
That's why I liked it.
It's
That's
probably
why I
sticking
liked
through
it.
the holes in the helmet.
That's when I know I need a haircut too. When it started touching my ear, I got to get this cut.
So, how's it going?
Going good so far.
Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back. Feeling pumped.
Wasn't last week's show just awesome? And then somebody didn't push the button.
Yeah, it was just. Hey, they say the best things aren't recorded. Someone said that probably.
I agree.
Only certain people will know what happened on that show.
I'd be arrested if things I said were recorded.
Coach, tell us how you felt about the game the other night.
And
Man.
I came at halftime. I showed up at halftime, and the boys were winning. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, we noticed we didn't see you out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I was. No, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome.
I'm gonna go right to it.
Do it. Let's do it.
You got Archer City coach out there about midfield. What? I even text you. I mean, what were you doing? Inviting him over for Thanksgiving or what?
Yes.
Is that what y'all were talking about?
Yeah, Christmas morning.
Christmas morning.
Yeah, but we do opposite. Christmas mornings on Thanksgiving morning, and Thanksgiving's on Christmas morning in our house. I actually get along with Coach Ritchie. He's a good guy. I got kind of fired up. There was a young man on the other team that went after one of my players head to head, and I didn't like that too much.
Mm-mm.
And if you've ever seen anyone pick on one of your kids, like a son or daughter, you start seeing blood, and you really don't care about the law. That's
Right.
kind of where I was.
We saw that.
Yeah, and, I should care about the law, but I didn't. And so I just kept on going out until the referee kind of got fired up about me,
That's the
And-
first time we saw Coach Selman having to play. Hold you play there.
No, but it wasn't Coach Ritchie's fault. It wasn't Coach Ritchie's fault. We actually talked about it after the game. I had some very, very angry. This is the thing. You know what? No one messes with my boys. Okay, I'm the only one who gets to. It's kind of like a big brother, right? You can beat up your brother. You can physically assault your brother. You can tear him down mentally, physically, try to hurt him. But if anyone even looks at him the wrong way, then you kill the other guy. That's kind of how it is. So with that being said, I got fired up because it was a complete, in my opinion, cheap shot. And it wasn't the reflection of the coaching staff, because I'll be honest with you, that's probably the most disciplined, in my opinion, I've been here 9 years, the most disciplined, non-trash talking Archer City team that I've ever seen on any sporting event. And that goes to a tribute to Coach Ritchie over there. But a young man decided to go head-to-head with one of our players, and I saw it. And when they didn't see it, the referees, I decided to go after the referees and the other staff, verbally, of course. So
Was that punt play?
correct.
I mean, I got a video sent to me. I can show it to you. You've probably seen it 100
I've
times.
seen it,
but
yeah.
yeah, he cheap shotted us pretty good.
Well, the thing about it was that he hunted him down. You look at it, he stalked him, he
Mhm.
saw him, he came around.
Waited on him, yeah.
Oh yeah. And if it was the game 20 years ago when that was allowed, I'd have no problem with it. But you take away cutting from my defense. You take away. You try. These people are trying to take the physicality and the violence out of the game because they want every kid to play. Well, that's not this game's about. Not every kid's supposed to play this game. So it's these moms and I should say, I don't mean negatively about the moms, but in general, okay, moms and dads are trying to take the physicality out of football so that their sons can play. What they should do is make it more physical and then make a decision whether they want their kid to play or not. But they're trying to take the physicality out of the game because they want everyone to play, which is, to me, horrible. It's not for everyone. Just like basketball's not for everyone.
Right.
Baseball's not for everyone. That would be like saying, okay, in a baseball, let's make the baseball not as hard so that if you hit them, it won't hurt. Okay, no, but you took things away from the defensive side of the ball. Okay, and then therefore they took away crack back blocks and things of that nature. So that's what got me fired up. You know?
Swimming wasn't for me.
No, I like to float. I'm like a manatee.
No, I was like
I can't float. I just sink.
Billy and I'd be at the bottom down there.
But that's a big pet peeve of mine, and you might have to get the bleep button out because when you start talking about what they've done, when you start talking about what they're doing to the game of football, is they're trying to make it for everybody, and well, it's not like the world, right? We're trying to make the youth not as strong. We're trying to make the youth weak. They think, oh, let's protect the kids. Let's do this. Let's protect. You know, this. And then all of a sudden it's like, what have we produced? You know, part of what's great about the game of football is getting knocked down, is getting the crap knocked out of you because you have to get up. Okay. It's the only game physically that you can theoretically take a man down and physically dominate him in every aspect and you don't get arrested. And they want to take that away, which bothers me highly because that's what the game was about. I mean, look at the people like, in the history of this game that played. And don't get me wrong, I think the equipment's gotten better. Okay, I think you should not go head to head in a receiver. I don't think you should headhunt. I don't think you should crack back block. I think there's things, the rules they've done is good, but don't keep doing them. Don't take away cutting by an offensive lineman more than 5 yards down the field because the 5'8" non-athletic offensive lineman who has a role on the football field. That's not you, by the way. Who has a role? Who has a role in the football team?
5'9" inch.
5'7". So, who has a role in the football team? They're just making a big man's game. So if you're not a big person, you can't play the game. Well, that's not the way it should be. The greatest thing about one of the greatest things about football is that if you have a kid that has heart, that has toughness, that is willing to sacrifice his body for his team, puts his team first. There's a role you have. He could be not even non-athletic. He could go one way 3 yards and that's it, fall down. You can find a place for him on the defensive line. Okay. But when you start taking away the physicality of it, making stupid rules to take the physicality out of it, then you're taking away the kid that matures and becomes strong because of the game of football. And that's where I have my big problem with it. And don't get me wrong, the concussions aren't good. Okay. But does it happen? Yeah. Yeah. Do broken legs happen? Do in gymnastics, do kneecaps go backwards? Yeah, they don't tear down gymnastics.
Nope.
I don't hear them say, well, like, girl can't twist more than 17 times in the air because on the 18th, she's going to snap her neck back. No, they don't say that about gymnastics, but they go after football because it teaches testosterone and being a man. And a lot of society doesn't want men to be young men. Don't get me started on politics. Did you set me on politics?
I was just fixing to ask you, do you want to start as governor?
I'm just telling you, is it not true that society's trying to make young men not as tough?
I'm fixing to hashtag Coach Dan Lloyd
That
for
is one
governor.
thing that I'm real surprised about. I always thought they were going to try to take out any block and blow the waist.
Well, they're trying
And
to.
they're going. I feel like eventually they're probably going to do
Well,
it
they're
sooner or
trying
later.
to. Okay, well, this is the thing that makes
Go
me
ahead,
mad.
you can
You
say
say
it.
piss off.
Okay, it pisses me off.
We on the show,
Okay,
so.
yeah, okay. What makes me mad is this. Okay, so Coach Farmer comes to me and says, "Hey, I think you should be a defensive coordinator." And I'm like, "Dude, you're crazy." Okay, I played quarterback. I look like a third string, offensive lineman for Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I'm saying? But that's a team, by the way. You didn't know that. So he goes, "Want to be defensive coordinator?" So the first thing I thought was, how come offensive linemen are the only ones cutting? Why can't linebackers cut offensive linemen? So what I did was I started running the stack defense, and I told my linebackers, when that guard pulls, you cut him up. You cut him first. I don't care where the ball's going. Cut him. So now that lineman who's 220, 230, 240 pounds, you weigh 127 because that's about our average linebacker weight in Seymour, Texas, right? 127, 140-pound linebacker cuts that guy 30 times a game. That means that lineman has to do an up down 30 times and realize that guy doesn't care about the ball. He cares about blowing him up. So the physicality, we took it to him for about 4 or 5 years. And guess what they did? People start complaining in the area. And guess what? Now you can't cut. So now they go, oh, concussions are bad. Concussions are bad. Concussions are bad. Now they took cutting away from my offensive, my linebacker. So now my 127, 130-pound linebacker has to take on a 240-pound offensive lineman head to head. You idiots. You idiots. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? So, and now they want to protect the knees, which I'm all about that. Protect the knees. I'm all about that. Protect the heads. I'm all about that. But what's next? Okay, now you got to tackle between the breast line and the belly button. And if it's not there with your left shoulder, not right,
because God forbid that's a stronger shoulder, then come on.
I bet
What are we doing?
you'll be done at that time.
I will find a way to get around it like I do now.
Well, they already do that in the NFL.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother money making scheme.
Because the deal with the Hamlin boy, now they won't let you hit in the chest.
Yeah, which to me, and that was horrible. And that's the thing is that someone like me, like, oh my God, Coach Lloyd's so evil, he's so mean. No, that's a horrible thing that happens.
That hit didn't cause that.
No, but that's my thing. It's a horrible event. And I'm not saying but that is a byproduct of this game. If you don't want that to happen, don't play.
Don't play.
You don't have to play. It's not YMCA. The YMCA is great. Serves a purpose. But you know what I'm saying? It's a good song, by the way, too. But the point is like, why take the physicality out of the game because of that? And then you get these not don't get me started politics, but these actors, and they're saying, "Oh my God, concussion." They never stepped on a football field. You know what I mean? Shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I don't mean to go down this. I get fired up on this topic because what's happened is it's kind of like this. So my defense likes to move. Okay, my defense moves. My defensive line will move. And when you say move, and we go left or right or whatever, we move gaps, right? Mess up the blocking schemes. Sometimes not on purpose. We don't mean to. But sometimes the offensive line will jump. So now I did this for 5 years, and guess what happened? Every area, all the coaches complained. All the coaches there, I know for a fact because I talked to the head of the refs. All the coaches complained because they were getting false starts. So what do they do now? Oh, well, you can't do that because you're mimicking the snap count. They have a silent snap count. It's silent, and yet I can't do that. And yet, what can they do on offense?
Raise his leg 10 times.
You see? So that thing's bothering me too. That's why I like defensive football, because not only when we win, okay, it's because we fought not only the refs, the politicians, the moms trying to tear down the sport, and everything else, okay, from the game, right? And then we win. Right.
But here's the deal. The rule states a non-football move. That's still a football move. You're just moving in the gaps.
But that is in there. That's interpretation, right? That is an interpretation of that. So the interpretation is you're trying to mimic the snap count. So I have to tell Double H. He spells his name wrong. That's why he has a name. You didn't know it. But Double H, he has to go move. He can't go. He has to go move. That's okay.
So y'all can say move,
but he has to go move. He has to go move. He can't go. I mean, are you kidding me? And I laughed at that. I'm like, you're upholding that rule? That's like upholding the Second Amendment should be taken out of the Constitution. Then they say, well, it's not the word. I'm like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You're saying I can't carry guns when you make that call. They always look at me weird when I say that. But anyways,
I think we need a House of Representatives, Speaker of the House. Are you ready?
Who's that? Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, because we don't have one
Trump's
right now.
Man, dude. Trump's the man, dude. Bring him in. Don't get me started on that, okay? Don't get me started on that. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on this tangent, but that's a big thing because, when I became defensive coordinator, and I got a bad reputation in the area. I did when I first became, because like, oh my God, this guy's nuts. But what it was is it allowed my young men of Seymour, who were physically not as big and strong as the other opposing team, equalize it by taking out. How do you stop a semi going down the road with the cops? I've said this before,
yes.
Right? You put a nail strip. So the nail strip was our helmet on the kneecap. And they're like, oh my God, you're trying to blow out knees. No, we're trying to take the offensive lineman down. That weighs 260 pounds. Period.
If you're hunting a buffalo, you're not hunting it with a 22.
Yeah, no, or a Bowie knife.
Yes,
or a fork. I can, but most people can't.
So you had to teach your defensive linemen.
Yeah, linebackers. Devin Hall. Devin Hall. Colin Gann. I mean, his nickname's War Daddy. Okay, he was Adrian Casieja, who was on the show. They were the originators of kneecaps too, which I still don't know what that means, by the way. But the point is that they embraced that, and that physicality it was intimidating for people. I mean, if I weigh 280 pounds and I'm 6'4", do I want some little gnat taking on my
drive
kneecap?
you crazy?
No. So, but anyway, so that's where I get mad. Why did we go down this road on this? Did you just talk about?
We needed to kill time, so we wanted to get you fired up.
Well, I don't mean to go down that road. It's just one of those things. And so and this is the deal too. In order for Seymour, we go back to this, right? Why do I mention the word violence? Okay, because no one likes that word. That's why I talk about it. Okay,
right.
Because, oh my God, you hear the moms go violent? Oh my God, what? Yeah, no, protect your house with a little knife that is not sharp. Give them the guns. Give the burglars the guns. No. In order for us to be successful and successful in all athletic programs, Okay, our pitchers on the mound, our hitters, our third baseman, our catcher, our basketball players, they have to have the mentality of being violent in their actions when there's a need for contact. So that's the mentality that I try to bring, because this is the deal. I don't know. I didn't even know the game of football existed. Okay, I'm not a really good coach. I still don't know the rules, but if I can instill these young men to be tough, we have a chance. Okay, because I'll be honest with you, and Nathan, would you back this up? You don't have to agree if you don't want. How many teams do you feel that we are bigger and stronger than that you've played in your 4 years on varsity? How many teams have you looked upon and said we're big as a whole? We're bigger and stronger than, not faster, bigger and stronger.
Not a whole hell of a lot.
So, in other words, you said maybe 1, 2. I could probably honestly think of 2.
Munday.
This
Yes.
year it's been Monday.
Okay. And I think only 3 years ago. 3 years ago,
Yeah.
we played only 3 or 4 years ago. We scored like 5 touchdowns in a row. I felt it was when Jody Guy got there. Was there maybe your freshman
You think I
year.
remember 4
Quanta,
years ago?
Quanta, y'all were superior over Quanta this year.
Yeah. But my point is that so how do you
Yes.
equalize it is physical toughness and have that mentality of being tough.
And
Right?
the sad part is those teams can't do that to us. The ones that we're superior over, they can't do it because there's so many whiny and crybabies about changing the rules.
Well, like I said, I'm not trying to get all confrontational. I'm trying to state the fact that when they, Mike Leach, God rest his soul, he's a great man. Changed the game for the better. Made it terrible on defensive coordinators, but what he said was that they should never change a rule right away. They said they should change a rule, think about it, propose it, right? Say, okay, we're gonna vote on yes, but you can instill it for 3 years, and then evaluate for 3 years if that rule is good.
Right.
Now what they do is say, oh my gosh, well, oh my God, we have an idea. And they voted it. And next thing you know, you can't hit below the waist. I mean, I watched the Raiders last night, the greatest team organization ever put together, and this number 24 tries to tackle this tight end
Be
high.
sure and beep that out.
This quarterback tries to tackle this tight end high, and he gets ran over. Well, if he would have gone right for the kneecaps, he'd have taken him right out. But they don't do it in the NFL, right? Because they want to make sure that they save each other for the pensions. You know what I mean? That would be too mean. You see what I'm saying? Anyways.
Yeah, the millions of dollars they don't want.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to go up on a tangent. Okay. Nathan, I'm near Nathan. I get very pumped up. Okay. You can see, I can feel his energy. Okay.
All right. You see it over there? Feel it? His aura.
Yes, it is. And he's going to have a podcast. And I'm
All right,
going to be
you
a guest speaker.
You get 2 minutes to tell us about Electra.
Very well coached. Have a very identity that fits their kids and do it very well. And you cannot take them lightly. We have to look at them, and this is what I told the team, and Coach Williams covered it. It's about us. We go into a fist fight every Friday, but it's about us. Are we going to come out and strike? Are we going to do a game plan? Are we going to work together? Are we going to ride or die mentality? Are we going to play for someone that's next to me, not for me? We do that with a violent mentality. And I think that this team will shock themselves of how well they can be and how far they can go. With that being said, we take Electra the same as Munday, as the same as Electra, Archer City, Windthorst, Petrolia, Albany. They're all the same to us. It's about us. But we're still going to do a fist fight. Because even the guy that you can beat up, catches you on the chin with one left hook. You wake up 3 hours later and don't know what happened with your head in the urinal. You know what I mean? Not that it's happened.
Well, like you said, when we did a week or 2 weeks ago when you were on, we talked about this too. If they go out there and execute, it don't matter who you play.
It's about us.
Yeah. If you go out there and execute, it don't matter who you play. If you do it, execute, do your job.
Correct.
You should walk away with a W.
Are you going to get ready for the questions?
Well, I want to ask Nathan the same question.
go ahead.
Nathan, what do you think about Electra? What do you think about the things I covered?
What you covered was 100% accurate, and I will never tell you that you were not 100% accurate. I'm smaller than almost everybody, so I already know most people that I line up against are going to be bigger than me. So, and they are. They have a big nose, big.
But no one's got more heart. We know that, and no one's tougher.
Well, look at the Cowboys center, Tyler Badass. He's not very big, however you say his name. But he's not very big.
I say about that.
He's big, but not for NFL. He's not a big monster, so you just chop him down, right? Well, you can't chop
Unless
him
you run
down.
that
can you?
hole.
Well, Jason Kelsey's not a real big guy,
Yeah, he's a strong guy.
but he's a Pro Bowler. Oh, yeah, he's very strong. But that's what I'm saying.
But Nathan's a perfect example. Nathan's got his heart is gold, and he's one of the toughest, if not the toughest kid I've ever coached. Okay, and he serves others, just like the whole offensive line and this whole team. But he's the definition of what you want in a football player. And that's why he's had the career he has, and it's going to continue.
Yeah,
So-
just like most centers are pretty much the quarterback of the line. They're the ones up there. And you ever watch a good center like that? When they go down, it just tears that line up. They don't know who to block, where to go, or anything, because that's their guy out there trying to tell them what to do. You're probably the same way, right?
The center's more important than the quarterback. It's the most important. It's the most important.
So you're not very important.
No, not at all.
Well, without the center, the quarterback wouldn't get the ball.
He wouldn't get the
correct.
ball.
That's it. He's got to snap and block.
Mm-hmm.
Center and block.
And so you're gonna have there's a nose guard. You have somebody over you this, or does he play gaps?
90, probably, most likely. I mean, they have a lot of fronts that they run, but most likely they have someone over me.
When I played center, I hated the nose guards. Just like you said, because you got to worry about. Well, back then we didn't do
The
a lot of
rules
shot.
are different
We
back
didn't do a lot
then.
of shot. Yeah, we couldn't use our hands.
I love nose guards because
Back then we had to block like this.
means I don't have to pull.
You like the pull.
No.
Yeah, that's why the coaches teach you. You wrap you around your sleeve and you do this so you won't hold. But we could use our hands. That's so much easier to block now.
Yeah.
Way easier.
Yeah, and they allow you to hold too.
I know. Well, I heard that last week.
Oh yeah.
For our city, the guys said we're not going to call
I'm
holding
not going to
tonight.
call no holding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard the officials go out there and say we're not going to call holding tonight.
Hmm.
Well, why are you even here?
I'm with you. Now you know why I was on the hash.
Oh no, you guys, John. I'm bad about it because I watch from an official's point of view most of the time,
Yeah.
and I'm up there hollering and screaming. Why are they going to call this holding? I said, no, one of them guys are getting by. So, they're just ripping our jerseys off and turning us, and there's
Yeah.
and that one time that umpire called something. No, he called a chop block. That's what he called. I was like, golly, I can't even believe he called
I think they had flags for the longest.
Mm.
Hmm.
I always feel like a game like that you should bring as a signing secretary. You should have somebody way better. You don't bring the crew that just did 6-man all the whole time up to bring them to 11-man football.
I just want them to flag me on the sideline. That's all I ask. Just give me about 7 warnings. I'm good with that. I get kind of fired up sometimes.
They need 8 warnings.
Or 8 warnings. Nathan gets fired up. You seen him? He gets pretty.
They gave you 8 warnings?
On a good day. Good day.
No, it depends. I usually try to barter before the game.
So like most of the guys we get up, you usually probably get more lenient to you than most. You get some of them officials who've been there for a while, they're probably a little.
This is the thing. As long as they understand that I'm not yelling at them, I'm yelling at my kids. And what I'm saying is not at them; they're at my kids. And I say, you can't. It's kind of it's kind of like the message may sound bad, but it's at my kids. It's not at you. Now, Friday night when they cheap shot at my one of our teammates, it was at them. They should have kicked me out.
I was
When I said that, they should have kicked me out. Oh, I said some choice words though. Okay. All right, Nathan, you ready for this?
He loves to do the questions.
If you see me walk out, I got another meeting.
All right.
I don't blame you. Favorite high school mascot?
Panther.
Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper,
Coke.
Sweet Tea, Uncrustable.
Is it wheat bread? Okay, that one then.
If you had a superpower, what would it be? And could it beat mine? You don't know which mine is right now.
Yours is.
You don't know mine is. But if you guess it, I'll say it is. I go off script, by the way. Did you know that?
Flight.
We're glad. Make
Flight.
funner.
Flight? Okay, correct. Now, what is yours and will it beat mine? Oh, yours is flight?
What?
Oh, okay. Let's start over. If you had a superpower, what would you want?
I would want to be able to fly.
Okay, fly. Okay, mine was stay on the ground, so you won. Steak, seafood, pasta, eggs, or corn.
Since I know who my interviewer is, I'm going to go with corn.
God, he's good. This guy, by the way, you know. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue. Story, please. Detailed and timeline.
It was one of the school days when it was a lake. We started at like 10.
Okay.
I walk in there. I put my backpack on. I see a girl in the cafeteria. There's no one in the lobby. Normally, there's a lot of people there greeting me.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm asking autographs.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good.
A lot of girls rushing up to me.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
You have to push them away.
They swoon the second they see me.
Get thrown out for dress codes. Go ahead.
And no one in the lobby. I see a girl in the cafeteria. I don't mind. She doesn't look anything too good, you know.
See, this guy's podcast material.
I keep on going, and then I turn over to get another look at her because she kind of looked a little. I hadn't seen her before, and there's no one there. And I start looking in the cafeteria all around. No one in the cafeteria at all. No one behind me. I'm the only one around the lobby. She said a lot of prayers. I think I went home. I don't think I even went to school.
Yeah.
I think I was done.
Blonde or brunette?
It was a brunette.
Did she have a face?
I didn't see her face.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask.
Was she walking like this?
See you, brother.
Yeah, probably. I think she was.
Dead man walking. Hey, man. See you, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Always good.
Gotta go to the next meeting.
All right, man. See you.
Peace out.
If you're granted 3 wishes and one wish cannot be for a million wishes or infinite wishes, what would they be?
Health, wealth, stealth.
Good.
I think it's a poet. No, he's a poet. Don't know it yet. Ice, baby. C squad.
Do you ever get in trouble at school? I'm going to answer that all the time. What for?
Well, when the teachers tell me to do something I don't want to do, I mean, they expect me to do that?
I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. Is a hot dog an omelet?
I think you got me on a technicality. Yeah, it is.
I've never wanted a technicality. So I've never wanted a technicality. If you had a movie about you, Matthew McConaughey, who would play you?
I think Matthew McConaughey. Just his voice just spoke to me.
It was that young lady in the cafeteria. I think she was eating corn, by the way. If you were famous, what would your stage name be?
Little Richie.
We all know it. We all know it's short for Richie. Pineapples or corn on pizza?
Corn.
That's your answer. What food do you most not like?
Oysters.
They taste like mucus. I don't blame you. And you suck me. It's disgusting. That's good. It's a good answer. Good answer. What do you put corn on?
Oysters.
Yeah, I might like them then. What did you want to be when you grew up? When you were a young little chap?
When I was a young little chap, I really wanted to be a corn farmer.
Doggone it! Strangest thing you've ever eaten, non-oyster or corn-related object.
I can't say oyster.
Okay, you can.
Okay, oyster.
Come on, you got me again.
Yeah, on a technicality.
Favorite music?
Polka. I'm gonna go with 90s rap.
Ooh, that's not bad. NWA, a little bit, a little Ice Cube, little Milli Vanilli. Boy, they hit it hard. Favorite pro team? I know we're way over time.
Raiders.
Oakland, Vegas, LA, Raiders.
I had to.
I know, of course. I mean, come on, dude. Practice won't be hard tomorrow.
Yeah.
They won last night. Favorite college team?
Bama.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Favorite food?
Oysters.
Corn.
Yeah.
Golly. It's like a genius. Me when I talk like that. Of course. Have you ever seen the people on TikTok? They're like, I'm touching your head.
Is this school appropriate?
Is it?
I don't think so.
Man, I'm gonna get fired already. You know, I thought I'd get fired for punching a ref or another coach. Not for this.
No, we'll never find.
Favorite class and teacher?
Athletic aid with Coach Anderson, Coach Jones.
Shout out. One more time. Say that one more time.
Athletic.
No,
I think I'm done. I think I'm done now.
no, you're just getting good. You're just getting good.
Athletic aid with Coach Anderson and Coach Jones.
Oh my God, the enunciations hit it. Hit it hard, Coach Anderson, Coach Jones. Shout out. Shout out.
All
Two
right,
squads.
we got to go.
We got a team. Okay. Oh, we have a point. Classification.
Senior. Junior.
Full name backwards. Said backwards.
Recleb. Natan.
Man, we got to do this
Perfect.
again. We got to do
Love
this
it.
again.
Love it. Thank you for coming. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank you to Super Stop for our sponsor.
Yes,
Good
thank
night,
you, man.
y'all.
Sorry I wasted everyone's time.
That's fine.
I talked too much. All right, later.